What's up, YouTube? Today, I'm just gonna have to make this video because it's, I hate to say it, but it seems like, there are people out there on extreme damage control duty right now. And it's all really over opinions. Like, my opinion is not going to be the same as yours regardless of what you say or how you say it. It's my opinion, it's my experience. So, with that being said, the topic is Quantum Break. And I bought Quantum Break. I was gonna wait. A friend was gonna give me his code for the Xbox One version. But of course, Quantum Break was having they were said they wouldn't give them on launch day. It was gonna be like 7 to 10 days or something like that. And before y'all, everybody knows my preference is PlayStation, but I also have a PC. I don't want anybody sitting here thinking that I just crap on Microsoft games or Microsoft's consoles. I don't. I just don't feel the need to get one. So if I can experience the same games that y'all are getting on my PC, I'll just buy them on my PC and call them a day. A game is a game. I will play a game and let that be. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, this game sucks because I like PlayStation. Just like initially, like, oh, it sucks. No, I'm going to play the game. I'm going to experience the game. I'm going to give you the truest opinion that I can give from my experience. So, here's the deal. Of course, a lot of people have been saying, Quantum Break isn't that long. Or they beat Quantum Break in a short amount of time. Here, whatever. And let me go, and I can actually show you mine. Let this load up real quick. Well, there we go. Okay. We connect to the Xbox app on my PC. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so as y'all can see, my Xbox app, all my friends, whatever. Yeah, I don't have the highest score in the world because when I played my 360, I was mostly just a shooter person. It wasn't a lot of games I played on my 360 like that. So if you only see this and say, oh, he doesn't game on the Xbox. I mean, I game on the Xbox. I just didn't game like everybody else. It's not my primary console, so when COD was the big thing on Xbox, that's where I gamed. That's where I really started playing COD in the first place. And then it just kind of transferred over to the PlayStation side. Okay, but here's my list. Okay, as y'all can see, Quantum Break, 850 gamer score out of the possible 1,000. 81% of the trophies, people. 81% of the trophies. No, I do not have 100. I may go back later on and get that 100%. But as of right now, no. Yes, I've been playing Fable Legends. So when people talk about that, I can talk about Fable Legends. Or whenever we're talking about it. Of course, I got the two Halo Spartan Assaults, but Spartan Assault and the other one. Gears of War Ultimate Edition for Windows 10. I can talk about that from experience. No, I have not finished it. I'm just waiting on things fixing, and I got Killer Instinct for free because, they just give it to you for free. But the topic, Quantum Break. Hours played, it says 10 hours, 57 minutes. I don't know what's up with that, but I know that's not true. But when I finished it, it says 7 hours, 58 minutes, whatever. And I know because I'm not counting the time counting in the time that I had to sit there and watch the show. Because, they had the game, you go through a chapter, get past that chapter, you hit the junction, make the decision, and then from that decision, you go into the TV episode for that end. So that explains, everything that's all happening leading up to the next part of the game. So I don't count that. That was somebody told me that was an hour and 30 some minutes worth of video. I can't count that. And not to mention there was one time where I had to pause the game and leave the house, and I left it on for an hour. So that's how I came up with the time that I completed in, which is 5 hours, 55 minutes. No, 5.5 or 5.5 hours is how long it took me to beat it. And when I told people this, people were like, one person especially today said, you were either using a walkthrough or you had aim assist enabled, like full aim assist enabled. And I'm like, first off, if that ain't damage control, I don't know what is. Because if I have to sit there and look at a walkthrough, that's already taking time. Because when if I do watch a walkthrough, I watch the walkthrough while I have the game on, so I can kind of match up what they're doing. Like I actually did it one time. I forget for what game. Actually, it was on my cleanup run for the Order 1886. I was watching the walkthrough, and as it was going, I was following it per thing. So it's like when he was sitting there explaining stuff, I would stop, wait a second, just to see where we would go. But that's neither here nor there. I'm like, so he said I either had a walkthrough, had full aim assist on, and it was something else he said. But basically, it's like, for me completing the game in the time that I did, it doesn't seem like it's not possible. Like, they don't see that it's possible that I completed in the time that I did. Even though they, want to tack on the videos, what you have to sit and watch for like 25, 30 minutes at a time, they want to consider that gameplay or part of the game, so that's counted as time played. No, that's not time played. That is time me not actually physically doing nothing with a controller and watching that to fill in what's going on. A stopgap, if you will. Little stints of non-activity, non-gaming, so I have to sit here and watch it. This is almost like if you played Xenosaga back in the day on the PS2. When some of those cutscenes hit, you were literally 30 to 40 minutes not doing nothing. And they would count it on your playtime. Me, myself, I can't count that as playtime because I'm physically not doing anything as far as playing a game. I'm sitting and watching. So, with that being said, as y'all can see, it's updated since then. I don't know how I got that 1057, but neither here nor there. Because I know when I completely stopped it, it was at that I might have had it running sometime late last night and forgot to turn off my PC. It happens. I have my PC to where, well, I probably got up. Because sometimes I just magically like, hey, I forgot to shut the house down. Okay, let me go turn off my PC, and it was probably still up. So, anyway, story completion, 100%. Collectibles unlocked 78% of the collectibles. Oh, that was the other thing. The guy said that I didn't, go looking around for the intel or go looking around for the documents, the pictures, and all this. I'm like, I did all that. And the time that it showed, in fact, let me go back. Let me pull up a picture real quick. Let me show y'all. Nope, not that. But I want to show y'all. Okay, right here. What did it say? 7 hours, 58 minutes. Collectibles unlocked, 78%. Game was 100% done. Game completion 92%, as in, collecting all my collectibles. That would go into my whole game completion. Other than that, the story was complete. Complete. Game progress 92%. Just so y'all can't say, oh, he lied about. No, I'm not lying about this time. This is what I've done it in. So, with that being said, let me address the other issue that came up where he said I had aim assist on. Well, hold on. Because if it's one thing to say, okay, it doesn't sound plausible that you beat it in that amount of time when you actually have people that said, okay, I beat it in this amount of time or this amount of time. It's possible. People, I understand you do not want to say it's a short game. The game, for the type of game it is short. And just in case y'all didn't, or y'all say, oh, he didn't do this. Look over here. Okay. Quantum ripples, Intel, Chronon sources, documents, computers, and media. I went around collecting some of this. I gotta find a whole bunch of them. But the ripples, the documents, the computers, and the media, I damn near have all of them. So, with that being said, and yes, I beat it on hard. I beat the game on hard. And for people that said I had aim assist was disabled. The whole time, aim assist was disabled. Time power assist off. It's like all that was disabled. Well, if I was using the controller, then it's on low. But for the majority of my gameplay, I was using mouse and keyboard. The only time I use a controller is when I sat back on my couch and was like, I just want to enjoy this while my wife was watching. Boom, there you go. And of course, that time power assist was on. So, again, because when you first start the game, this is how it's set. This is on full. I just turned it down a notch. It really did not help. Anyway, like everybody says, aim assist help. That aim assist didn't fucking help anyway. It was almost like I was not aiming with my mouse, but it felt like pretty damn near it. So, anyway, away from that, I finished the game. I beat the game. Now this is where things get, where people want to go off and say, you can't be saying this. I compared it to another game that fell under scrutiny for almost having the same exact formula. Not the same exact, but damn near identical formula. And that's the Order 1886. Both games, to me, are good. Both games are games that are single player only, meaning no outside influences whatsoever. They're both third person shooters. And for me, like I said, they're both really great stories. They both have their highs and they have their lows. Their highs and their lows are almost matching on some parts. Because it was things that I hated on the Order that I was also hating in Quantum Break. Like, both games have this unnecessary... Well, I can see one having a film grain, but I didn't like it. Especially on the Order 1886, it had film grain, didn't really like it. Quantum Break also had film grain, but they kind of OD'd it to the point where it was hurting my eyes sometimes. So again, those are things I didn't like about both. Both were cinematic experiences. Meaning they're here to tell a story, they're here to be cinematic. So, I mean, I wasn't expecting a long lengthy game out of Quantum Break. I got my enjoyment out of Quantum Break. I thoroughly enjoyed Quantum Break. And I compared it to the Order 1886 because it felt not like gameplay wise, but it felt like the Order 1886 as far as great story, solid mechanics for the most part, and you have the beginning where you're understanding what's all going on, the twist, and then at the end you get the ending that sets up for a sequel. Other than that, there are two separate games, but they can be compared at some point, just based off when one receives scrutiny for being a certain way. I think both should receive scrutiny, no matter what side you're on this whole, imaginary console war. I'm coming at this from a PC side right now. I didn't play this on Xbox. I played this on PC. I'm coming from a point to where if both games have similar things going on with them, like short stories, amazing stories, no doubt, and they're both lacking in certain situations, because Act 4 of Quantum Break kind of got a little convoluted in spots. And people that played the game might say the same thing. It got a little convoluted. Now, Quantum Break, great all-star cast of characters. I mean, you got my boy from Game of Thrones. I never knew his name until now, but I'm still gonna call him Littlefinger. You got the main character, done by Shawn Ashmore, and then you got you got my old boy from damn, what's the name of that movie? I cannot think of the name of that movie now to save my life. But Martin Hatch, you got his actor. He's in there. Great actor. You got an all-star cast. They really put a lot of thought into it. I did notice a lot of product placement in this game where it was Nissan, and of course, it's Microsoft, so they got to put their Windows platform out there, so I can't knock them on that. And shout out to Remedy for putting Night Springs, the Night Springs Alan Wake connection in the game. I really love that touch, because I played Alan Wake. I love Alan Wake. But again, it just has some of the same shortcomings that the Order 1886 did. And people gave the Order 1886 all types of hell. And Quantum Break done the same thing. Like, they were up there talking about how in the Order 1886, you would literally have sections of nothing but you walking. Quantum Break does that. Like, literally, there are sections where you have to make choices, and that's all you do. You just walk. There's no action, you're talking, and you're walking. I mean, at the end of the day, if you like the game, you like the game. If you don't like the game, you don't like the game. I'm not trying to change anybody's mind. I'm just putting my opinion out there on something that I purchased and that I played. And with my purchase, I can say, yes, the game is good. Is it worth $60 to you? I don't know. Just like I spent God knows how much on the Order 1886, it was worth it to me. Is Quantum Break worth it to me? Yes, it is worth it. But still, in the end, Quantum Break and Order 1886 suffer from the same ups and downs. Both of them suffer from the same things, regardless of how different they are. They suffer from the same things as far as a single player game is concerned. That's all I really gotta say. I mean, I understand some of y'all are devout Xbox fans and y'all don't think that people on the PlayStation side can see, or people that have PlayStation preference can see, that y'all do have good games. I can see y'all have good games. But if I see something that contradicts a little bit. Like if you say the game is great, it's flawless, it's this, that, and all this other stuff, but when other games like it come out and you dog the hell out, I'm just sitting here wondering, like, is it really that you love the game, or did you love it because it was on your preferred platform? People can say I love, like, for example, Godzilla. People said I love Godzilla because it's on PlayStation. I don't love Godzilla because it's on PlayStation. I love Godzilla because it's Godzilla. Godzilla is my childhood. No matter what that game got as far as a score, that game is great to me because it reminds me of when I was younger, growing up and watching damn near every single Godzilla point movie, from the original to the original re-edit all the way up to Godzilla 2000 and then Godzilla Final Wars later on in life. Godzilla was part of my life, so with that, I don't care what the score was. I was gonna love Godzilla. Regardless of what platform it was on, I was gonna love Godzilla. So at the end of the day, it just comes down to this. You gotta be honest with yourself. Are you just really hyping up stuff to say, oh, this is great, this is good, you know, this is a must have? Because y'all know me, I play a lot of games. And I know some of y'all will go against me just because I like PlayStation. But when I honestly say the game is good, regardless if I like PlayStation or not, Quantum Break is good. The Order 1886 is good. Star Ocean 5 is about to be a motherfucker when it drop over here in the States. So please believe, it's not me hating on the game, it's me giving honest opinions, or an honest opinion as best I can about something that I played. Anyway, this is Mr. Stealth himself, the Sarge 0079, and I'm gone. Oh, and by the way, what was I thinking? Oh, you know, I might stream. Well, if I can pull it up real quick. I forgot. I need to get some gameplay before I go. I need to get some gameplay of a Drift Up. Y'all already been seeing Star Ocean 5, so y'all know how I'm feeling about Star Ocean. Y'all been seeing that. I've been on that hot and heavy. Characters up to level 39 now. But the next game that I'm probably gonna post up on my channel, more than likely, going to be this little game right here, Drift. It's simple, but Jesus, it's great. And I also got to get shout out to the team over there making Black Sea Odyssey, but I definitely got to get some content out on this little game right here, because this is a gem. Even though I haven't put much time into it, it's almost like a Dark Souls rogue, like twin stick shooter. And the concept of it is just a competition where you're fishing out in space. You're going to hunt the most dangerous creatures out in space possible. So I'm really loving it. And of course, you know, got more games coming. Oh yeah, Ratchet and Clank next week, so I'll be posting up gameplay of that. But other than that, I'm gone. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Go brush your teeth. Get some sweet tea and some hot sauce and all that other good stuff. And I'm not making sense right now. DSARD 0079 out.